Howdy everyone, it's UFO Bob, and welcome to Upper Newport Bay Ecological Reserve. Now you just heard a jet go by, and for good reason. John Wayne Airport is behind me, about 3 miles away. And we're directly over the flight path as they take off and head to whatever destination is on their itinerary. Welcome. Well, this isn't exactly the live stream I had planned for you. I actually had a different location, destination already picked out. In fact, I was there. Unfortunately, circumstances were such that it wasn't ideal for a live stream. So I decided to come here. So let's get on the road and I'll show you around. Oh, but before I do that, hi Monique. Let me show you one of the things that makes me sad. People come here and do this. They come, they drink, and they leave their trash. I wish that wasn't the case, but sadly it is. But we're going to leave that behind us, and we're going to head on out. So, let me tell you a little bit about this place, because it has a fairly interesting history. The reason this exists is because of the efforts of two individuals, a husband and wife team, Fran and Frank Robinson. They had a vision to maintain this area and its beauty for future generations. They began that effort in 1963. In 1972 or 73, I believe, there was a court battle that they won. There was a developer who wanted to turn all of this into a recreational boat harbor. All that could have been filled with tons of boats. And I'm not opposed to recreational facilities, but there's got to be a balance. And thanks to their efforts and a court battle in the California Supreme Court that was won by them, this is all here for us to be able to enjoy. Now, this area, I don't have the stats on it, because to be honest, like I said, this is kind of a last minute decision to come out here and shoot. So you're going to have just to bear with me as I try to remember what I have in my head. And I do have some notes which I took. Actually, I picked them up from the there's a conservancy just ahead of us. In fact, you can see it in the upper right hand screen. We'll go by there later. Now this section here is a little bit tricky. As you can see, it is very, very pebbly. Can you see that? That makes it slippery. So I'm going to have to be careful as I cruise on down the road. Ah, there goes another jet. Let's see if we can catch him on camera. Can we? There he goes. Okay, enough of that. So anyways, I'm going to make my way down, and hopefully I'm not going to be slipping and sliding. But if I do, you'll see it live right here. And there's a good example of it. So I'm going to keep my eye on the gravel, and you keep your eye on the scenery. How's that? All righty. So far, so good. Oh, and if you can't, whoa! If you can't, oh! Yeah, that's the fun of live streaming. Now, if you can't tell, maybe I'll find a spot. Now this area is highly used by hikers, runners, walkers, bikers, and equestrians. Yep. Many of the houses around here have their own stables, and they have horse trails, and I think I can give you some evidence of horses being here. Is that what I think it is? I think it is. Let's see. I can't tell, but it doesn't look like a road apple. It sort of does, but I don't think it's big enough. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, right? So, as I was saying, Fran and Frank, through their efforts and the efforts of many others, managed to save this area, and it will no longer be under the threat. Did you now? I thought that was deliberate, not shot, but the other word. Oh well, both are appropriate for the circumstances. Now, hey, Nosh, good to see you. Now that's a little steep for me. I came down that way, but I'm not going to go up that way. Instead, I'm going to be smart, theoretically, and we're going to go up the easy way. Hey, Sir Unknown, good to see you too. Glad you made it. I'm going to have to fill all of you in on where I'm at and what we're doing. So, with that in mind, let's see here. Let me go and see and get a nice shot of it. Yeah, it's not very good, but anyways, this is the Upper Newport Bay Conservancy. Not conservancy, but it's an ecological preserve. In fact, there are some beautiful flowers right there. Look at that. That is so pretty. Look at that. Oh my, yes. I like that. Oh. Alrighty. Meanwhile, back on the road. We're on a road trip. So, as I was saying, when I was over at the building here across the way, and I'm failing to remember the name right now. Yes, they were pretty flowers. I want to say they're mustard, but I know they're not. Or maybe they're rapeseed, I think it's called. Very possible. Anyways, our goal, is to go and follow the path of this body of water. Take a look at this. Hang on. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This is only like maybe 20, 25 minutes from my house. In fact, I feel very, very fortunate in that most of the places that you have seen on this channel recently haven't been more than between 20 and 35, maybe 40 minutes away. So it gives me a lot of wonderful places to visit and get outside. The only downside is that over the last few years, things have, yes it is. I have 5 bars of G5 out here, Nosh. The sad thing is that because of the development of this area, access has been made available to a lot more people. And with that has come more restrictive enclosures like these fences here. It's necessary, but it's sad because when I was younger, that was not the case. In fact, when I was younger, basically this was all just open range, and it was great to come down here. So now we're going to see if I can't get down this way. So again, I'm taking my life in my hands, and if something happens, you get to see it happen live on camera. So let's see, I'm holding on to that support. Down I go to the rock. Okay, that's one down. Hey, something's afoot. Let's go to the next one. All right, there, that's good. Oh yeah, we're doing well. We're there. And we have made it down to the trail. Okay, so there you go. We'll take a moment just to admire the beauty, including the channel here. I've actually made several other videos in this area, and if you're interested, I will put a link in the description box later so you can see them. They're just set to music. Lots of people in the background here. In fact, we have quite a group here passing me. One of the things that I like about this place is that when I was a kid, I don't know if you could tell, but well, when I grew up as a kid and watched science fiction films, you know, they talked about Mars and the canals, and this place always reminded me, this is what Mars might look like with the canals. And I always wanted to come out here as a kid and make a film. Never did, other than, and not for science fiction purposes, not about Mars, but I did come out. And the tide, first of all, I think I should let you know, this bay is connected to at least 2 more points that you have already seen if you watched the last several videos. This flows out to the Newport Harbor Channel, which flows out to the Pacific Ocean. So last week we did Corona del Mar. That's the terminus of what you're looking at right now. And this is part of the Santa Ana riverbed. Then there's the Newport Harbor. So if you look at the Balboa Ferry video in the fun zone, that is kind of not quite the midpoint, a little further than that. But these are all, this waterway is all one waterway that I'm referring to. Oh, and look at this. We got a cool shot coming up here, guys. Let's see if we can get this. Oh, yeah. And that's what's really nice about here. There's so much wildlife, and they're doing their very best to maintain it out here. Anyone out there know what type of duck that is? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? I don't think so. Not here. Not now. All right. Enough of the duck. So. Nosh, you know how to make me laugh, Nosh. I know that reference. How do you know she's a witch? Her nose. They put that nose on me. Now, I'm not going to go do the whole thing because I don't know the shtick well enough to do it justice. Roger that. We're clear for another aircraft. Oh, that's a big one. Let's see if we can get it. Maybe not. That's too fast. They're right above me. Sorry, guys. That was not the thing to do, to zoom at that speed. All right. But I will show you one other thing. And that is this body of water here. There you go. I just love it out here. It's so, with the exception of the jet taking off, it's so quiet out here. All right. Let's keep on the road, all right, shall we? There we go. We're gonna turn it around here. There you go. So this may not be a super informative video, but I hope you find it enjoyable. Now, as you can see, the clouds are rolling in. This was one of the things that stopped me from shooting in Huntington Beach this afternoon. and it's caught up with me. And I've got a sweatshirt, so if I need to get warmer, I can. But there's a storm rolling in. It's supposed to rain here. Oh, thank you, Nosh. It's supposed to rain Tuesday. And it's getting mighty, mighty cold out here. I have no idea what the temperature is, but it is cold. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. I'll tell you, there's only one thing, Nosh, about this gimbal that I'm sad about. Otherwise, I'd hang on to it because I'm actually looking at going to the the DJI Osmo 4. Because if I zoom out all the way, you get a portion. Hang on, you get a portion. I'm streaming on an iPhone 13 Pro. I had the Max, but it was too heavy for this gimbal, so I returned it and downsized to just to the standard Pro. Yes, you can see the gimbal on the right, which is why I'm going to go probably with the other gimbal. So I have to kind of keep my eye on it and try to set the. There you go. Somebody's passing by me. Set the zoom in such a way you don't see it. All right. Meanwhile, there we go. We're going to keep going. It's good to be outside. It's always good to be outside. So now, as I said, I've got more information on the ecological reserve, and I'll dole some of that out a little bit later. Oh, really? Well, let's talk about that later. Well, now I have I have a clip-on lens too that he used on the other camera. Maybe I should look into it. But I never really liked that. It was always such a wonky way of doing things. It was one more level of complexity that made going live hard. And the truth is, I need to make it fairly easy. So I don't know if I'll do that. We're gonna take the high road. And again, the trick is for me not to slip. Let's see, I want you to see. There you go, up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But you know me, I like the more adventurous route. And I think the view from up here is much better than, say, down there. I mean, really, come on. I'll take the high road and you'll take the low road and I'll get a Scotland with fire. Hoot man. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But that doesn't matter. So here we are on the crest. Oh yeah, look at that. Even if there's only a handful of us watching this live, it's worth it. We're out here enjoying the beauty. Let's see, let's swing around this way and see what, whoa, don't fall. There you go. Now, out there in the center, where you can see where the center of the screen, that's where Irvine is. So to your right is Newport. Well, I'll try my best. I really should have done this as an edited video where I could, give the history and details. The one thing that's really cool is they're doing a great job of protecting the wildlife, the fish, the birds, the natural plants. In fact, it's been a decades-long process. I'm going to try something here. Okay, now I don't know if you can hear me or not because I've got the camera down near my foot. So you're walking along the path at almost ground level. Let's see if we can do it this way. I'm always looking for an interesting shot. I don't know how interesting this is, but at least it's something different. Oh, whoa. Okay. So, now, Layla knows. Hi. Everyone say hi to Layla. She's a new viewer. Wonderful. Great to see you here. All right. Swing it back around, show you. Okay, now we have to make a decision, guys. Which path are we going to take? Great, glad you can hear you well. So I still need an answer. Do we go to the left? Oh, Nosh, you're reading my mind. Okay, I'm waiting for one more. Come on, I want verification. Give me somebody else say bridge. And I'm not talking about playing cards. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, the heck with it. I'm making a decision. Nosh and I are in accord, so off we go. Let's see here. Let's see. Before we go over the bridge, let's see what's under the bridge. Well, there's not a whole lot we can see, is there? Huh? Lots of dense foliage. To the right. Oh, Monique, too late. Nosh and I decided on the bridge. And the bridge will lead us, I think, no trolls. Give them time. Oh. What is your favorite color? Yeah, there we go again with Monty Python. I wish I knew the dialogue well. Oh, time for more flower shots, guys. All right, here we go. Take a look at this here. Where should we go? Find a nice one right here. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Here we go. Okay, look at that, huh? Is that beautiful? That is so nice. Okay, so, okay. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, all right? So we're going to, once again, climb up onto the ridge line. And we'll this one's a little more narrow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's better. Okay, so here we go. There you go. So now we're gonna, I really wish I could go full wide here, but I hate seeing that damn little piece of the gimbal. I'm fussy that way. I'm very fussy about my composition and so on and so forth. So let me tell you a little bit more about Fran and her husband Frank. Now, Fran passed away in 2001 at the age of 82, and her husband Frank passed away 2 years later, and he was 84. So again, what you're seeing here, the upper Newport Bay, is courtesy of the efforts of two people who had a vision in 1963 to preserve this area. Well, that's not exactly beautiful, is it? Let's go back up. There you go. You can't even see the jets because of the cloud cover. And one of the things I was going to say earlier is that because this is fed by the ocean, it's affected by the tides. And the tide comes in, the tide goes out. So right now the tide is somewhat out. In fact, I'd say it's quite a bit out. And I'll show you what I mean here in just a second here. If you take a look right there, see all that moist, wet dirt, huh? That bank. Normally, that is all underwater for at least half of the day or night, depending on the time that the tide comes in and out. Oh, look at that, more. I don't even know. I wonder what kind of birds those are. Anyone know? Look at that. Look at that. They're having a good time. And there's more ducks this way. Alrighty. Meanwhile. So I'm wondering, how's everybody doing out there? What's your day been like? What's your weather like? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it snowing? Is it raining? Is it sunny? Go down this way. Hang on here. Whoa! That's always so much fun. And then we'll come back out a bit. There you go. Now, I can't remember. Yeah, we might be able to get to. Can you see where that cliff is? I'd like us to get there, but I don't know if we're going to because I'm not sure if the path exists anymore. I know at one time you could. And I just realized I'm kind of stuck here because I'm behind a fence post and a wire. And if I want to get, hang on here. If I want to get, oh, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. So as you can see right here, I think you can see, I am blocked by those wires. So I get to have the fun of going in between the wires. Oh, here we go. Alrighty. Oh. Yeah. So I guess we will go up that way. And then we'll see what happens. And if you guys had left any messages about the weather and where you're at and all that stuff, I probably missed them because I was doing all that good stuff. Oh, look at this, another field of flowers. Look at that. I don't know if the rest of you appreciate this, but for me, I really, really like this. Let's see here. As you can see, there are people coming, so I'm going to swing around this way. I don't want to dox anybody, accidentally or deliberately. But as you can see, the trails are very well traveled. And in the summertime, it's even more so. Howdy. All right, so we're going to go in this direction, and there is a warning that we have to be careful of. Look at that.
This is it. This is as far as we're going to go.
Caution, active bees. Does that make them busy bees? Be good. Well, you know me. I like to live a little bit dangerously. So we're going to take this path. And we'll see where it leads. Yeah. I'm glad you like them, Monique. Flowers are beautiful. I wish I knew more about the plants. In fact, one of the things I was going to say, and I kept getting sidetracked, they spent several decades replanting this area with indigenous species of plants and fish and and the wildlife too. Of course, the birds, they're migrating back here like they used to, which is a great thing. And the irony is we're not that far from civilization, as you can start to see as we come up on the ridge. Oh, now, here's a building. If we can, I will take you over there shortly. It's a bit of a jaunt, but I don't mind. I just have to go a way around because there's a ravine there and I can't cross it. But we'll talk about that when we get there. All right. Ah, there goes another jet. So, another question for you. What kind of nature or natural environments, well, natural, everything's a natural environment, I guess, but do you have anything like this near where you live? Are you able to get out and hike and enjoy the outdoors like this, and you only get to it in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the outside. Let me know that. And as you can see, we are heading in that direction. All right, and here's a better view of the whole upper bay. That is quite a scene for a shot, I guess. Oh, and at least there's a little bit of sunlight coming out. That's kind of nice. And out there on the horizon, let's see if I can get this set up so you can see it. Can you see those buildings there in the center of your screen? That's Fashion Island. Now, if you were just go a little bit to your right there, that's where the Newport Harbor is. That's where the fun zone is located. And not far from there is Corona del Mar. All right, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Of course, I guess you could call this a ranch. It's kind of like ranch country, isn't it? All right, so here we go. Oh, those clouds are looking ominous. It's going to be raining before you know it. The thing I like about doing this is I like the exercise I get. You know, they say, well, at least from what I've read, that one of the great things you can do to keep healthy and to keep active is to walk. You don't have to run, you don't have to jog, and anybody can do it, you know, no matter how old you are. Pretty much, unless, of course, you have some kind of seriously debilitating condition that prevents you from running. Uh-oh, let's see if we can get this guy. I love the planes. Yeah, a lot of people think I'm somewhat of a kid because I get excited about stuff like that. Airplanes, trains, boats, you know, exploring places I've never been before, or even exploring places I have been before, like this. Yeah. Okay, now we're coming up on the parking area, and then from there we'll go to our last destination. Let me show you the parking area. So there it is. So I'm parked pretty much in the front there. Not that I'm going to bother showing you, because who cares about my car? I mean, it's nice, but it's not important. Thank you, Monique. Oh, and let's see. We have Avenue of the Giants, Redwoods. Oh, Muir Woods. Oh, Yosemite. Nosh, dude, you are in a good location. Absolutely. So, and parking is free out here, by the way. So if you ever come here, you're looking at the entrance to the parking dead ahead. We're going to go this way. Okay. And I'm going to show you some signage that'll give you an idea of where we're at more specifically. Okay. So this is where we're going to head to, the Peter and Mary Mooth Interpretive Center. I don't know what they're going to interpret, but hey, I'll believe it when I see it. What we got here, we've got a sign that tells us more about where we're going. This shows you the whole entire back bay. So, to give you an idea where we're at. So, we're, okay. Let's see, do they have a "We Are Here" sign? Visitors Point is right there. But I'm not so sure now. Okay, it doesn't really do it justice. Anyway, so let me back up a bit. So, hey, Sienna Morrison, welcome. Everyone say hi to Sienna. So you can see that's the bay, and it dumps out here, and then once you go over that coast highway, that's where you go into the Newport Harbor, which you all have seen before. And here's some of the birds. What we got? We got monarch butterflies here. And we have osprey. And as you can see, I'm reading it. I'm not pulling it out of my mind. You think it's a spam bot? Well, then we're going to have to dispose of that. Thank you. I can't tell from my end. And the potted tohi. Yeah, he's got to stop smoking that stuff. Aha. Okay, sir. No, I'll make sure to deal with it after the stream. Thank you. So, we're heading out now down to the interpretive, not the interpretive dance. That's what Kronk was into. But he had weak ankles, so he's always in the bank. In the back. Okay, Sir Unknown. It will be dealt with. Off with its head. Yar. So. And then from here, I'm debating whether to tell you guys a wee bit of a secret. Yeah, thank you, Sir Unknown. It is important. Both Nosh and I are moderators and on other channels, and we deal with that sort of thing all the time. So I'm glad you could point it out, because again, when you're on this side of the camera, you don't know. You're focused on trying to tell the story, trying to get decent shots, and trying not to bump into people. Not there's a whole lot to bump into right now. So okay, my question is, okay, you know what? All right, we're going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to take you down, show you the entrance to the Interpretive Center, and then we'll end up here on our last shot. Yes, it is. It is hard to multitask when you're live streaming. Okay, as I was saying, I'm sitting here debating with myself. Shall we? No. Shall we? Yes! Don't do that! I'm a Gemini. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. There's something I want to tell you, but I don't want to share the secret with the whole world. And of course, I know if I say it here, well, anyone who watches this will know. But I have something cooking where I'm going to be traveling for 3 days up into the mountains here. It was scheduled for this coming Wednesday, but because of the weather that's coming up, I'm not going to go. At least at this point, I'm not going to go. Yeah. And here's the Interpretive Center I was telling you about. Now hang on here. We'll come around a little more so you can see it better. The architects who designed this wanted to honor the Native Americans that were in this site, thousands of years ago. And they wanted to also for the building to have a low profile from the street view. So they built it in this fashion. So when you're up on the top of the bluff, you really can't see the building. It doesn't impede the view. But yet it supplies all the necessary facilities for what they do here. And again, this is the Peter and Mary Mooth Interpretive Center. I have no idea who they are, other than they're responsible for the building of it. And I bet we walked over here and we looked at this sculpture here, we might find out. Let's see, who are these people? Not really. It's just some of the people who supported the building's construction. And then, of course, there's this sculpture of birds launching into the sky. Okay, well, let me take a second here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the guys who built this place. So, This was designed by Ron Yeo, an FAIIA architect, and his associate Patrick Marr. They're local architects from Corona Del Mar. And again, some of you may have seen my recent Corona Del Mar live stream, so you know where I'm talking about. And as I said, since the building site was used by Native Americans, they felt it would be a good use it would be good to use the Indian concept of creating their structure out of many discarded and recycled materials. Now, I don't know how much the Indians really consciously did that. You know, whatever they did because that's all they had, and that's all they knew. But, you know, I'm not opposed that they at least were thinking of being, you know, ecologically sound in their design and their construction. Supposedly, over, how much was it? Let me see if I can find the information. How much they did. I mean, the amount of recycled materials in the building is evidently fairly high. 30,000 tons of recycled rebar, made up of confiscated firearms, used oil filters, steel belted tire cords, steel drums, and containers. The wood for the doors and windows is laminated from leftover scraps of mahogany. The interior door panels are constructed with an annually renewable resource of wheat straw. There you go. So now, we're going to wrap this up here. As you can see, the sun is beginning to set, and the clouds are rolling in, and soon it'll be time to go home and have some dinner. And if you come here at night, the path is lit. And I don't mean in that way. It means a lamp unto my feet. Hey, Megan, how are you doing? Glad you made it. Hope you'll have a chance to watch the replay and catch the whole 9 yards, so to speak. There go more passengers from John Wayne Airport behind us, up in the air and everywhere. Whoa, squirrel. Hope you got to see him. He ran across the path. The other thing I saw out here earlier today was roadrunners. It is a very cool place. Let's get another fun shot here, shall we? I don't know how good it is. I won't know till I go home and watch the replay. But I'm always looking for something different. This is something different. Let's try that. Probably not. Let's do it this way. Yeah, I think, yeah. You're just seeing ground, aren't you? Okay. Sometimes an idea is good on paper or in the mind, but when you come to the actual execution, it's not quite as good as you had hoped for. Oh well, c'est la guerre. So now, throughout the landscape, there are these signs that tell you more about the indigenous life. So here's one on beetles and butterflies. So what we got here? We have Harlequin Beetles right there. Look at that. No, I don't think they're out yet. Probably not till the spring. And then down here we have a darkling beetle. Is that like a Batman term? Certainly not a musical beetle, is it? And over here we have the pale swallowtail butterfly. Okay, boom. And then down here, we have quite a few others. Let's see what we got. That looks like a monarch. Yep, it's a monarch butterfly. There's the swallowtail. And then, which one is that there? Orange sulfur. Reflects violet light. And then the morning cloak's dark wings do something very nice on warm days or cold days. All right, enough of that. We're headed to our last destination. So I'm going to stay on camera with you for a while till we get to our last destination so I can reveal the beauty that I'm going to leave you with. Oh, since I'm at it, if you've enjoyed this live stream, you're invited to subscribe, of course, or leave a comment or a thumbs up. And if you want to be part of our community, and if you know what a Discord server is, we have a Discord server. The link is going to be in the description box. And that's pretty much. Lots of different butterflies indeed. Okay. Here we go. Now it's getting windy, so the sound's going to be pretty bad. Here we go. This is what I want you to see. This is our parting shot, everybody. We're on top of the Interpretive Center. And I will show you what it looks like from up here. And then, yeah, I think we're just going to go out on that. That's our last shot, folks. Thank you all for watching. Good to see all you regulars here. And we'll catch you guys in the future.